Today on Suncoast View, after more than a decade of disarray, visible progress will soon be seen at Sarasota Quay. We'll discuss.
Hey, Suncoast shoppers, a new one-stop shopping spot in the Rosemary District has new and unique vendors. We'll get a preview of the Bazaar on Apricot and Lime.
Plus, we're all looking for that perfect dress that will go from the office desk to a dinner date. And a Suncoast designer has created just the thing. All that and more right now on Suncoast View.
Welcome to the show, and welcome back to Suncoast author Sheba Mateo.
Thank you.
Great to have you with us.
Good to be here as usual. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Yes.
And you are here for a celebration day. Happy anniversary, Linda.
Oh, thank you.
LinkedIn told me about it.
Right? I thought it was going to be you. Yes, I have been at the station for 23 years. It's my anniversary.
That made me smile when that popped up.
Yes, it was so funny. That week they said, you know, you won't go out this first week, and then a few minutes later, go out on a live shot from this ribbon cutting and talk to the mayor. So we go out there, and my cameraman said, find the mayor. So I said, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor.
Figuring somebody turn around.
I had no idea. And so a man came over and said, yes, yes. And I said, can I interview you? Sure. We go over, I get my microphone, and the cameraman said, that's not the mayor. And I said to them, you said you were the mayor. No, I didn't. You said, Mr. Mayor, I'm John Mayer. It's a wonder I'm still here 23 years later.
We're glad that you are.
That's an amazing story. Oh, look
Great
at that.
pictures,
Oh my
too.
goodness.
That is so
yes,
fun.
23 years ago.
Wow.
And many more to come. So,
What was your
I
first
certainly
story, Linda? Was that your first story, finding the mayor?
story didn't really work out very well. That's in Atlanta. That cutout was in all the colonial stores in Atlanta. I outlived those stores. Can you believe that? And the heads falling off.
That's fantastic. I love
It's been a great time and so many friends. These people have really become the best friends in my life. So this has been a great place to work.
Well, I know that our viewers absolutely adore you, and I know because if I'm out and about, they'll say, excuse me, are you on Suncoast View? I say yes, and they say, tell Linda I love her.
Right. Same thing in my neighborhood. It's really funny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
Thank
absolutely.
you.
Yeah.
well, we are happy that you are with us for many, many more. So we'll continue to
Thank you.
celebrate.
I plan to be here for 23 more.
That's
That'll
right.
Make me
That's
103.
That's right.
That's a great plan. That is a great plan. All right, we're going to check in the kitchen today, and we welcome back Chef Fran from Muse at the Ringling. Chef, what are we making today?
Today we're going to make a Nokomisville hot fried chicken sandwich.
Oh, all right. That sounds like something our southern ladies here will be big fans of.
Because Nokomis is southern, south of Sarasota.
Because the honey we use comes from Nokomis.
Oh, I like that.
For the sandwich.
So local honey and some good fried
Right.
chicken.
Yeah, the AP area is up in Nokomis. So
Wonderful.
that's the
I didn't know there was honey in fried chicken.
I think I know where that
apiary
yeah,
is?
I do.
I like Linda's theory. It is south of us.
Right.
So it is southern.
I just like the honey concept.
Yes.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I'm glad that you're back because yesterday, we have to tell you, we met a voice that you would absolutely recognize. Karen Jacobson was on the show yesterday. She is the Australian voice of Siri or GPS.
You're kidding.
So if you use the setting of the Australian female,
Right.
it is her. And we got to talk with her. It's amazing how when you hear her talk, it's exactly the voice you hear all the time. In fact, I think she even recorded something for us. Let's take a listen.
At Suncoast View, you have reached your destination.
Yes.
Oh, that
How
is-
does she know the answer to everything?
Well, the funny part is Linda, who is always so sweet and charming, said, I'm sorry for the fact I've yelled at you so many times.
And I have.
Me too.
Oh, that recalculating.
It was great fun, and you have just to hear her talk, and you, of course, can find that segment on suncoastview.com.
Oh,
I'm
yes.
going to be nicer.
I love
I am
that
going to be nicer and follow her
We asked her that if
instructions.
she has, caused fights in marriages, and she said, actually, a lot of people, when she meets them, they say, you've actually saved our marriage. Well, the GPS has saved our marriage. We
Right.
don't fight over directions anymore.
Right, absolutely. No, I agree with that. She's done a lot of things.
Yes.
Yes.
I just think that's amazing that you got to meet the actual person that we talk to all the time.
voiceover,
She's
right.
real. You're not
Yes.
alone in your car anymore.
All right, good. Well, a lot of fun. I was sad to miss meeting Australian Siri, Miss Karen, but I did have a very good reason why I had to be absent on a
Okay.
very random Tuesday. That is my oldest child, Reagan. She graduated from high school school with honors yesterday, so we
Oh.
had a big family celebration and enjoyed a lunch with grandparents down on the water in Tampa, and she's very happy.
She's so beautiful. She looks like you.
Well,
She
thank you.
does.
She probably wouldn't like to hear that because we're at that age, but no, that's okay.
So now
She's
it's the break, right, between high school and she's going off to college.
She's ready to go to college, and a lot of kids leave in the next few weeks for summer sessions,
Yes.
but she is going to the University of Wisconsin. They do not do summer sessions for freshmen, and she would tell you that she has 97 long days at home with me.
Oh.
It's funny, my stepdaughter is leaving. So we were in Orlando for graduation just yesterday.
And is she leaving right away?
She goes to London first, and then she's as soon as she gets back, I think a couple of days, and then she's off.
Right, a lot of them go very
It's
early in the
interesting.
summer now.
Yeah.
I'm happy to have the break, just because it's been a lot to get through graduation and
Yes.
to have to start packing and making college lists. I'm not
Oh,
ready.
yes.
I don't need that yet. So I'm thrilled that she's here for the summer. She is not so thrilled. She is
Right,
ready
right.
once they
Ready
get
to
that
go.
diploma, they are ready to start on their lives. So yeah, she's done with us, but that's okay.
So in the
she'll
next
be
couple,
back.
She'll be back.
in the next couple of months, we're going to see a lot of parents on the Suncoast with a little more time on their hands, right? Yeah.
The kids are gone.
Somehow it doesn't
Yeah.
work out that way, though.
Right. No, it doesn't, because you're gonna. I already know we are going to be visiting every weekend. So now that's another
Place to go?
That's right.
Yeah, well, mine's
exactly.
just far enough. I don't think I'll be visiting.
Okay.
I'm sure that had nothing to do with the choice of school.
I'm sure that didn't weigh in on her decision on how far to go at all. Could you get any farther? No.
Right.
So, fun to celebrate the milestones with everybody.
Yeah.
It is time for our first hot topic. And after more than a decade of destruction and disarray, visible progress will soon be seen at the site of the former Sarasota Quay. The Jacksonville-based developer is breaking ground this week on water, utility, and sewer construction for the new Quay Sarasota. It will be a mixed-use waterfront development. So listen to the plan. 695 residential units, 175 hotel rooms, office, and commercial space. Finally.
No shopping?
Right?
No
well,
shops?
Commercial
Commercial
space.
space, I hope, would
So
be.
that will be up to, who wants to be there. So
Yeah.
hopefully it will be shops and restaurants. But
uh-huh.
the initial plan is simply to just put it out there as zoned commercial.
It's been so long.
Kind
I
of
mean,
shops.
for those of us that remember the Quay,
Oh, I love the Quay.
when you came down Fruitville, it was there. It was a big, like, coral-colored,
It was
destination.
Like a castle.
Yes.
It's like a big castle.
And for those of us who
I
don't
didn't
remember
see
it,
it, yeah.
to come down Fruitville and stare at a big empty lot, it was like, oh, how could this happen?
know.
Like, how
Right.
could we not be utilizing that space? So I'm
Right.
just thrilled that something is in the plans. I don't know about 695 more condos,
If
though.
you just come down and it's just a big condo building, that would be sad. That would just be cutting off the bay from the rest of the community.
It's incredible that we're adding again more.
Right. But I mean,
people.
before.
More people.
But before
I'm,
the big
I'm glad I
boom.
made the decision
Bring
to live
on
where
the
I live, in all
stores.
honesty.
There were nightclubs in there. There were
Yes.
restaurants.
Shops.
yes.
There was
Was
a great
there
hat
living
shop.
Again, what kind of shops?
I don't
Hat
remember
shop,
that.
A great hat
High-end
shop.
shops?
There was a men's clothing shop. There were several really
Okay.
interesting shops.
Okay.
yes.
It was before there was more, from what I remember, before there was more shopping downtown. I mean,
Right.
if you wanted to go to a nice dinner, go out dancing, hear live music, the Quay was
that's
where you went.
nice.
And it was
Okay.
it was right on the water there, so it was a great spot.
Well, the location's phenomenal.
Yes.
Hopefully, once the infrastructure gets started, and there certainly are renderings you can find online, and we'll post them as well about what it's hoped to look like. But it's just too early
I have a
to
secret
know who's
wish.
going to come.
There's promise there when you have all of those hotels now and that water in the middle. It would be nice if there was some sort of a walkway connecting.
to go all the way, yeah.
So
So
it
you could
becomes a little
stroll.
destination. Yes,
Well, and
maybe
you could
live
have
music.
something to do.
Right.
Restaurants,
You could bar
bars.
hop and go from the
Yes.
Westin to the Ritz and check
Correct.
each place out and
And
walk
that
over to the
around.
Quay.
Yeah.
But there has to
Yeah.
be something to do along the way.
And
So that's
even
what
to
I'm
the
hoping.
Hilton. I mean, you
Sure.
could connect your way
Yes,
all the
you
Could
way
have
everything
around.
just be
everything.
painted one color, though? That's all I ask. One.
Please no.
White.
So it's at least it's progress. I know we all have such high hopes for the Bayfront,
Yes.
and this is separate than the Bay project. So it's good to see this one up and running.
Yes.
All right, so Amazon is known for its flexible and often free return policy, but it may not be as risk-free as you think. Customers are starting to report being banned from the site, including for returning items too often, according to the Wall Street Journal. Some users complain that they aren't even told what exactly they did wrong. Now, Amazon's return policy does not tell customers that returning too many items can get them kicked out, but the conditions of use do say that the company reserves the right to terminate accounts at its discretion. Does this concern you?
I'd hate to lose my Amazon Prime
I
because I
know.
order almost anything on that. And it's there the
But do you
next day.
send a lot back?
No.
And there's no definition of a lot. That's
Yeah,
what concerns
yeah.
me. We need a definition, like a
Right.
percentage.
And then we'd go right up until one before that, and we'd never cross the line.
And Joey, you said you
I
use it
do.
for bulk shopping, and so not everything always works.
Yeah, so if I'll buy 2 sizes of the same shirt or piece of clothing, and then whichever one fits is the one I keep, and then I send back the
That's
other
a
one.
great idea.
I do that a lot. So I'm a little concerned that I don't want to lose my privileges.
So your return policy could look at 50%. If you buy 200 shirts,
Yeah.
50% of them go back.
50% of them go back.
I used to go, like, if I found a shirt that I liked, I would find that exact, all right, that's the cut and the style and size,
Right.
and then keep buying that. But
We
now
are
I'm a
so
little,
cut from the same cloth.
I'm a
I
little
shop
more
the same
daring,
way.
though,
Yeah,
because I'm like, oh, well, I'll get the small and the medium, and whichever one fits is
Yeah,
the one
that's
I
how
want.
I shop for
But
the
you
kids.
two are great dressers, too. You look awesome. So
you.
it's a good thing 50%
We don't deviate
of
from
them
the
went
same
back.
style. You know what works, right?
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
the color scheme, the cut on your, neckline, you know what works.
But I get a lot of clothes, ironically, from Japan. I don't mean to, but it's the ones I choose. And so the sizing chart is very different.
Different.
Oh, that's
Even American-made clothes, you
Absolutely.
can.
Yes.
The sizing chart is very strange. So, to lose the ability to send it back, I'm going to lose my shopping.
Right.
Maybe you're not the one they're talking about. Maybe
hoping.
it's somebody that doesn't keep any of the things they buy.
That could be.
Let's hope that there's a clarification
lot
at
of
some
work.
point,
Yeah.
to determine what that amount is. But just know it isn't free and open forever, it sounds like. All right, well, if you think being rejected by Amazon sounds bad, what about being sued by your own family? So a couple in upstate New York has gone to court to get their 30-year-old son, who has lived at home rent-free for 8 years, to move out of the house. So the parents reportedly gave their son 5 written notices to move out, including an offer of $1,100 to help him get started. In the son's response to court, the son claims he was never expected to help with household expenses, chores, or upkeep, so that this is all coming out of left field, and said that the 5 notes that he was given do not amount to a 6-month notice to leave, as is established and required by prior court cases.
I heard him interviewed, and they asked if he had a job, and he said, no.
Right.
Are you looking? And he still mumbled around a little bit. So
That's called tough love, people.
Has there been
Get
any
out.
psychological evaluation? I mean, I'm just I feel sorry for the parents.
oh, I do too.
Oh my gosh, can you
Yes.
imagine giving
It's
a
a parenting nightmare.
Oh my God,
I had some friends that did that. They kicked their son out, and then he started living in the driveway in his car. So every night he'd pull up in his car in the driveway.
There are 2 things that I love about this. The first is that this is in Syracuse. This is my hometown, and the neighborhood they live is less than a mile from where my family
That's
lives.
awesome.
So there's that, but also
Do you know him? I know you know him.
Right.
I did
Is he a
look.
friend of
There's a
yours?
possibility. I'm hoping that there could be a happy ending because I understand that he defended himself, right?
Yes.
So maybe he'll have a taste for law and he'll go to law school and get out of the house. Although where
The
he
elementary
lived,
school might be a good start.
Yeah, seriously.
Wow,
I
this
can't wait to see what the court says. I mean, come on. Evicted after 8 years
but
rent-free.
here's the reality. Then what happens? Then what happens to this individual?
He
who
needs
has
to
He's
grow
on the
up.
street, and his parents
Correct.
will come back and rescue
Or
him.
someone.
I don't.
Or
He needs to grow
something.
up. He could use a little life lesson kick.
will
in the butt.
other adults that live with their parents, will they be now drawing up,
Documents?
Yes.
Then what
listen,
happens?
After 8 years, it's time, people.
clean your bedroom or you're evicted is pretty much it.
Yeah.
All right, so what is the ideal height for a man or woman? So you know the phrase, tall, dark, and handsome. Well, that may not be exactly true. Men worry no more if you don't meet the tall part. A new study says 5'8" is the ideal height for a man. This comes from the dating app Badoo, who studied data for the most right-swiped heights for both sexes. So 5'8" men were determined the most popular out of a pool of 20,000. So there's a lot of research here. The most popular right-swiped women's height is 5'5". So ironically, 5'8" is actually shorter than the average male height.
Yes, it is.
But yet still the most popular. And 5'5" is taller than the average women's height, which is 5'4".
The statistics are kind of
5'5",
funny. I was going to say, that's kind of interesting because I wonder, and I'm just playing devil's advocate here, I wonder if the majority of the 5'8" men are the ones that are still single.
Oh, because they're not tall enough.
I'm just curious.
Representing the 5'8"
Yes, sorry.
group. Exactly. This is good news for
Okay,
us.
good.
I've been like, one more growth spurt, and someone's like, you don't get a growth spurt in your late 30s, Joey. Sorry.
Yes,
It
lots
never
of
came.
nutties, lots of
Yes.
You you get shorter. You know, I used to say, my driver's license says 5'5". I measure 5'3", and either I lied long ago
No, you
or I
shrink as you
shrank.
age.
You do.
Absolutely, you do.
I would
Spinal
hope that-
compression.
I used to be 6'1".
Shrinking when I age is not what I need
Yeah,
at 5'2", let me tell you.
seriously.
So.
This is good news for short men. I will tell you.
Exactly.
Right.
Tall and dark, not the only way to go. All right, we're going to check in our happy hour forecast. When we come back, a new look at little black dresses.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan with a look at your first alert weather forecast. And our system down to the south is starting to show signs of organization. In fact, the chances of it developing has gone up to 60%. It could go higher at the next advisory coming out at 8 o'clock tonight from the National Hurricane Center. A deep area of convection has developed near the center of low pressure, which is just off the Yucatan Peninsula. Being so close to land, it's going to inhibit its chance for rapidly intensifying at this point, but it will eventually get into the Gulf of Mexico away from land, where the water temperatures are still pretty warm into the mid-80s in that path. You can see the latest forecast path and tracks, two rules of thought there. One going toward the west coast of Florida, while the other going toward more New Orleans. That's a European that suggests that. Again, looking at the shear forecast, it is improving through the weekend. The red and orange indicates better conditions for storms to develop. We'll have much more on this and our wet weekend forecast coming up at 5.
On most occasions, when you don't know what to wear, you can't go wrong with a little black dress. Problem is, little black dresses are usually pretty plain and tend to blend into the crowd of other little black dresses. Well, we have a solution. We welcome Lorraine Russo, owner of Lorraine Claire Collections. And Lorraine, you promise us you have a way to make the little black dress blend into the crowd if we want to, or stand out like a firecracker if we really want to be the center of attention.
Absolutely.
So how did this idea come up?
Well, I was a personal shopper in New York for quite a few years, and all my customers would ask me for one black dress that they could wear for daytime and evening, and that's just really hard to find. So one day I was shopping and I saw this black dress. It was a plain body, but it had this fabulous feather hem trim, and it was a little pricey. I couldn't really justify it, but I thought if I could take the trim off, wear the dress to work plain, and then reattach the trim when I had the occasion, I could justify it. And I knew my customer would as well, because they'd be getting two dresses in one.
Right.
Okay? So the whole concept of the line is the little black dress with attachable beaded trims that take the look from day to night, or as I like to call it, desk to dinner. Because you literally can go from your desk at work out to dinner without bringing a change of clothes.
So you can quickly make those attachments.
Exactly. You just throw the trims in your purse, you go off to work. The end of the day, you go in the ladies' room, you snap them on, and you're good to go.
I love
I
it.
can't wait to see them. Now, you brought models
I
to
brought models.
demonstrate. Bring
Yes.
out the models.
Okay, Kristen's coming out first in the Olivia dress.
A nice black chic
Beautiful.
dress.
Yes, it was
Perfect for
very elegant.
anything.
Exactly, exactly. Now, the Olivia is an A-line style, which means it comes out in a little bit of a flare, so it's easy to wear. It also is a great wear-to-work dress because you can pair that with a cardigan or a blazer for the more corporate look, and then when it's time to go out after work, you just snap on the trim and you're ready to go.
And let's see that look.
So when you snap on the trim, you look like Jules.
Wow.
Oh my
Same
God.
dress here. This is the
Beautiful.
same dress, but with the bling.
It's exactly. She is wearing the metallic cap sleeve. It also comes in a black beaded sleeve, which comes with, both come with the dress. Each dress does
So
have
really
two colorways.
3 looks.
So it's really 3 looks.
Oh my gosh.
Yes,
Right.
Yes. So this is a cap sleeve, which I chose specifically because it's a dressier sleeve, and it also gives the illusion of an elongated arm, so it's very flattering.
Absolutely. I love it.
Now, I love this dress for a cruise because you can wear it the way Kristen is wearing it, with a casual shoe for the daytime, and then when it comes time for the formal dinner, You just snap on the trim and you're ready for the captain's
And
table.
you still carried a carry-on bag, and everyone wondered
Yes,
how you did
yes.
that.
And so show us your dress now. You're
Okay.
wearing one of the dresses.
Okay, I
There
am
are
wearing
4 dresses in all, right?
4 styles in all. I am wearing the Marissa,
Oh, wow.
which has a flounce attachment on the bottom, the hem.
Right.
This dress, I'm not sure if the camera can pick this up, but this has built-in seaming, which actually give a shape to the dress. They are not stripes. They will not make you look wide. As a matter of fact, they make you look thin, which is why I wore this one today. But the other option is a grommet, sort of a brass-colored stud that attaches to the bottom if you didn't want to do the crystal. And that's kind of got a little bit more of a kicky look to it. I wore this dress to a wedding recently, and after the ceremony, I snapped on this bottom trim here, this particular one that I'm wearing now, and I was all ready for the reception.
What a great
Wonderful.
idea.
Okay?
Oh.
So it was very simple to do. And all the snaps, snap and unsnap very easily on the dresses. And I have to tell you a little story about these dresses. I had a friend who wore one of them on a business trip. Now, she went all the way from New York to Florida in the early morning hours. And so she was in the car with the seatbelt. She was in the plane with the seatbelt. She was in the taxi with the seatbelt. At the meeting all day. After the meeting, they go out to dinner. She snaps on the cuffs, and she said that the dress looked as fresh as it did when she put it on that morning. And that's a real
That's
testament.
wonderful.
Yes, that's a real testament to the fabric because
Yes. Well, people are going to be able to see these dresses for themselves.
Yes.
You're going to have a pop-up at Heart's Desire.
Yes.
This
Yes.
is going to
This
be
is gonna
at
be
Cutting Loose.
Cutting
This is
Loose.
going to be great fun. So it will be a pop-up boutique. You can also order her dresses from Heart's Desire FL. So for more information about the pop-up, which is going to be on June 9th at Cutting Loose Salon on University, visit heartsdesirefl.com for more information. Still to come, we meet Suncoast business owners right here in our own studio.
WWSB ABC7 is an equal opportunity employer, and we're looking for qualified people to join our dynamic team. For a list of current openings and to apply online, visit www.mysuncoast.com/contact/employment. If you're a motivated team player and you want a rewarding career in a fun, fast-paced working environment, WWSB ABC7 could be the perfect fit for you. Check out our list of openings now.
Peterson Toyota of Sarasota offers hundreds of models to choose from. And now you can take your shopping experience to the next level with SRQ Plus. You'll love its added benefits exclusively at Peterson Toyota of Sarasota or toyotaofsarasota.com.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
Army National Guard soldiers serve to give back to their country and their community. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for benefits such as health and life insurance, education benefits, and retirement and VA home loan benefits. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more.
We hear a lot about cannabis these days and how medical experts are using it in a variety of ways for a variety of treatments. But how do we separate the recreational use from the more legitimate needs? Dr. Jenny Wilkins from Age Vital Pharmacy is here to talk about a Florida conference that's working to clarify medical uses for cannabis. Welcome.
Yay.
Tell us about the conference, what it's called, and what it's all about.
Yep, so June 1st through June 3rd, we're doing the Florida Medical Cannabis Conference and Expo. So this is our second year doing this, and you know, popular demand, doctors are so hungry for this information, the consumer is so hungry for this information. So we have international speakers coming from PhDs to PharmDs to DOs, MDs, RNs, patient advocates, and people that just want to learn about the industry. Investors, bankers, dispensaries, we have vendors, everybody's going to be there. So we have the most exclusive vendors and of course the best keynote speakers, doctors, because there's still a stigma out there, guys, about the medical cannabis industry, and I think it's my duty to get people past this type of stigma that it's not, you know, I've been to so many cannabis conferences, and it is, I hate to say it, a lot a lot of them are all about, you know, taking bong hits, you know,
right,
and they're promoting for recreational.
Yeah.
I said, so there needs to be, you know, it needs to be separated. Recreational conferences stay recreational, and medicinal conferences need to be medicinal, because there's a lot of chronically ill patients that need to have access to this. And for example, my mother-in-law, you know, she was for the longest time getting her to go to places like True Leaf to get a vape. It was like, oh my gosh, because she's church going and very conservative.
She felt there's a stigma.
Yeah, she's like, am I going to be a pothead? I'm like, no, no, no. I was like, number one, cannabinoids are in all living foods, and these are all types of things that you'll learn at the conference. It's like, is cannabis the only plant that has these cannabinoids in there?
Right.
And so I'm telling everybody,
these are truly the medical topic of cannabis is what's being discussed. All right, we're going to take a look at some of the topics and the presenters.
Perfect.
Because as you mentioned, this is a draw of some very, you know, meaty topics.
Yeah.
So tell us about some of the things and people who are involved.
I'm one of the keynote speakers, but we have doctors that are pain management specialists, doctors that are neurologist specialists, pediatrics, veterans, PharmD, so doctors like RNs, for example, patient advocates that just have children with epilepsy and seizures that are utilizing cannabis for, you know, and started even groups called like Cannamoms. You know, does anybody know that there are groups, supportive groups of mothers that are professionals that are supporting other mothers in helping them to utilize cannabis for their children with autism or spasticity or gait or for Parkinson's and MS, things like that.
Okay.
So just doctors from all over, not just here locally in Florida. We have speakers coming internationally to this event.
And this event is not just for the medical professional either. You are saying that other people who are interested in learning more about the medical uses for cannabis would be interested in going.
I encourage the consumer. I encourage patients looking for alternatives to come, you know, and just get to know the vendors that are there. I mean, we have vendors, we have AltMed, of course, Age Vital, M3 Biodynamics. Move is one of our title sponsors. They own AltMed, which is another dispensary here. So just come and ask questions. We have workshops specifically for patients wanting to ask questions. We have panels for doctors to ask questions.
So this is a great way to get knowledge if you're continuing to wonder and explore the medical cannabis movement. It's happening right here on the Suncoast. The second annual Florida Medical Cannabis Conference and Exhibition is June 1st through the 3rd at the Hyatt Regency Sarasota. Deadline to register is May 30th, and for more information you can visit fmcce.com, or of course you can always find more information at agevital.com. All right, thanks Dr. Jenny. Coming up next, we are going to pack the studio with some exciting new vendors from the Bazaar at Apricot and Lime. Stay with us.
Since 2004, Embracing Our Differences has used the power of art and education to promote diversity. One way it accomplishes this is through its annual outdoor exhibition of 45 billboard-sized works of art, each accompanied by an inspirational quote. Join us in creating a community that is inclusive for all, where differences are embraced and individuality is celebrated. We invite you to celebrate the voices and visions of diversity and inclusion at this year's exhibit at Sarasota's Island Park.
If you're looking for the perfect trip that allows you to spend quality time with the family, then discover the great outdoors on an Alabama Black Belt adventure. Create unforgettable memories while hunting, canoeing, camping, and more. Or challenge yourself on Robert Trent Jones Golf Trail, now celebrating 25 years. And while you're here, enjoy a Deep South dining experience. Book your adventure in one of our members' lodges or stay at the Renaissance Montgomery Hotel and Spa. Start planning an Alabama Black Belt adventure today.
Meet Blue. Blue's not feeling well. The prescription? Generic medication. Blue wonders, do they really work as well as name brands? Yes, generics and name brand medications do work the same. Even though they may look different, generics have the same key ingredients. FDA approval is equally rigorous for generics to make sure they're as safe and effective as name brands. And Blue even saves some green, making him a little less, well, blue. Talk to your doctor about generics and visit fda.gov/generic drugs.
Performing on stage takes mental and physical preparation. But one thing I never thought to prepare for was cervical cancer. 91% of cervical cancers are caused by the human papillomavirus, or HPV. The good news is there are vaccines that can protect you or your children from cancer. I survived my cancer, but you can stop cancer before it starts. Talk to your doctor and go to thinkaboutthelink.org to learn more.
My life motto is keep moving. And as hard as it was when my husband passed away, I knew I had to keep doing what I love. Oops, coming. But I needed help with my insurance, and that's what the NAIC provides. They have resources to help you and your family make the best decision, and they'll help you to keep moving forward, just like me.
I'm Deshauna Barber. In 2016, I was proud to win the title of Miss USA. What makes me just as proud is my service in the U.S. military. In the service, a soldier gains skills and learns values like discipline and leadership. That makes them an asset to any business that hires them. If you're an employer, on behalf of Coalition to Salute America's Heroes, remember to hire smart and bet on a vet. Visit saluteheroes.org or call this number to learn more.
Well, we tell each other to shop local here on the Suncoast, and supporting small businesses just got a whole lot easier. The Bazaar at Apricot and Lime is a new indoor market featuring dozens of local vendors. And our shopping guide, Kim Livingood, has brought a few of them into our studio for a special preview. Well, this is great. It is a great concept in a kind of unassuming spot. How did it come together?
Well, it actually started because my mother, Judy Alexander, apparently she always wanted a warehouse. So she decided to buy one and really wanted to find a place where she could find everything that she could ever have under one roof and shop there and never have to leave.
And she found it. And luckily there are so many great vendors and small business owners here on the Suncoast. Tell us a little bit about the range of vendors at the Bazaar.
The cool thing about the Bazaar is we do have a variety of different vendors. So we have artists, which we've brought today, but we also have people selling collectibles, vintage, jewelry, clothing, and a bakery.
Wow. This is nice because I know that, you know, a lot of business owners, if they use Etsy or different things online, they might not have a brick and mortar space. So to be able to get in front of a large group of people, this is a great thing. And for those of us who like to spend money.
Absolutely. It's a perfect place for them to actually enhance their Etsy shops and not have to do shipping.
Yes, oh, absolutely. All right, well, you brought just a few of the many, many vendors. So let's start with Laura Lou. Laura Lou, I understand you just moved here from LA. Tell us about your jewelry.
Well, this is my new line. I like to call it goddess wear. I believe in the power of colors, symbols, the energy of precious stones, and when you combine them, that's when the magic happens. So if you like Buddha, you'll have enlightenment. If you wear the dragon, you'll have good fortune and power and whatnot. So.
And it looks like you start with, is it precious stones and vintage jewelry together?
Yes, the pendants are all unique. I have a vintage Japanese bottle opener, silver plated. So they're all unusual, but they all have their symbols and meanings. And
really great from Laura Lou Design. All right, now we're going to meet another vendor, Kendall Kiner. You are with Scatter Pieces. You, I understand, are retired school teacher.
Yes, I've been retired 2 years.
Oh.
Taught in Sarasota for 18 years at Wilkinson Elementary.
Oh, well, you are keeping busy with some really interesting pieces. Tell us about your fish.
Well, I was staring at this grouper on the bottom, and looking at him on the wall, thinking he was pretty ugly, and just knew he could look better. So I just started with him and just created some different colors and design, and from there it sort of grew, and now I'm in the market. I'm looking for ugly fish. So ladies, if you have any hanging on the wall, call us at the Bazaar, please.
I love it. They start as ugly fish, but they become beautiful works of art like the Van Gogh
Thank you.
there.
Yeah.
Really cool stuff. And I understand you do sharks or swordfish as well.
Yes,
Are you ready
I've got a barracuda waiting to be painted.
Well, moving on to another great set of jewelry. We start with jewelry down here, but this is Melissa Porto from Luna Vim of Holistic Treasures. Sand, crystal influence?
Yes, anything earthy, anything naturally that you'll find that universe creates. So I work with crystals, I work with dried flowers.
And jewelry here on the bottom that we're looking at. And then I love these pieces here. Tell us about, these are dream catchers?
They are sun catchers, yes. So they are sun catchers, tree of life. I make them in the bonsai style and then also just a standard tree. But each one does have a different stone that represents different metaphysical properties. I try to incorporate stones in every, obviously all of my work.
Yes, and each stone I understand has a different purpose, and you let people know that with the cards in front of them. Great stuff up here, but there's even more in the studio. Stephanie, who are you with?
Joey, I found some great statement pieces from local artists. We're here with Karen Chandler from Karen Chandler Art and also Jay Steele from Steelview Art. Karen, let's start with you. Tell us what your work is all about. We love the bright color.
Thank you. I like to paint in oil, acrylic, photography, and digital, and combine it all together to make something that's a little bit different.
All these ladies, we want to be them. What's your inspiration? This says very Suncoast to me.
It is, it is. Just people that I see, and I love the colors of Florida and the light, and that's really what this is all about.
Well, this will be perfect for our Florida decor. I see all sorts of different sizes and even note cards.
Yes.
So something we can find at the Bazaar. Thanks for joining us. Jay, you describe yourself as a Midwest boy in paradise. Tell us about your work.
I create one-of-a-kind pieces of wall art using reclaimed pallet wood. All of my work is created using a handheld jigsaw, and when finished are backlit, enhanced with some form of LED lighting.
That's great.
So,
I like the fact that we're mixing, modern with kind of, reclaimed historical pieces here. Can you do custom?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And what's your inspiration? Like when you see something, do you envision it in wood with lights, or how do you decide what to make?
Yeah, I try to picture what the finished product would be, and I always steer towards more challenging expressions of the image,
Okay,
as opposed to just a simple silhouette. I'd try to put a little more detail.
I know Joey's a big fan
Fantastic.
of the turtle, so these are just a couple of the artists you will see at the new Bazaar. Let's check in with Linda and see who she's found.
We are here with Helena Devine, and the name of your company is Life in Fantasia?
Yes.
Oh, tell me about your work.
I have been an artisan my whole life, and I've always been drawn to fantasy movies and anything that's a little bit magical, mysterious, and different. And I just started actually making a lot of these things just for fun for myself, and it kind of took off. And I found the Market House in Sarasota, and it's been great ever since then.
Your work has been called Charmingly Creepy.
Yes, that was actually
why
not...
is that? I don't get it. You've got eyes. Now, what do you do with the eyes? Here are the eyes.
Well, I started making bookmarks, but then so many people don't read traditional books anymore, so everybody has a fridge, so I started making the magnets, and that's kind of how that started.
And real beetles. Oh, this is
Yes.
amazing. You've got to come see her work. And back to you, Joey. Let's see something else you've got for us.
Well, Linda, what I think I need to have is a little more money in my wallet and some time to go down to the Bazaar on Apricot and Lime. You can check it out. It runs every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Lots of stuff for the kids. This is just a sampling of all the great vendors, so many more. For more information and a full list of who you can find, you can visit them online, Bazaar on apricotandlime.com. We'll be right back.
Watch Good Morning Suncoast on ABC 7, weekdays starting at 5.
When ABC7 declares a first alert weather day, it means we can expect major changes to weather conditions here along the Suncoast.
It means there could be severe, potentially dangerous weather ahead.
We tell you when a first alert weather day is coming because we want you to be prepared.
A first alert weather day is an advance warning. We'll let you know about any changes in the weather when the first signs appear.
ABC7 First Alert Weather. We're here for you.
This is an ABC7 News Update.
Good afternoon, I'm Jacqueline Matter. Here's what we're working on for 5 o'clock. As the Manatee County Superintendent prepares to leave the district for another job, why her contract is now in question. Plus, a 5,000-acre property in Northport could be getting one step closer to being preserved. We'll have an update on where that project stands. Now let's get a check on our first alert weather forecast with Bob Harrigan.
A nice day today, lots of sunshine and some drier air has moved in. Lots of sunshine, cool conditions and mild conditions out there on the waters, but that's all going to be changing as we approach the weekend as a tropical system may be developing and pushing into the Gulf of Mexico. We're going to have the latest on that and whether it will have a big impact on our weather for the weekend. But right now, as you can see, not much going on there. Some dry air has slipped in across the region, but that's going to go away fairly quickly. Tomorrow, in fact, the storms will be back in full effect. We'll have more at 5. See you then.
ABC7, the Suncoast's official Florida lottery station.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment, and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
Sometimes the luxury of bayfront living on the Suncoast is not as hard to reach as it might seem. In today's Suncoast for Sale, realtor Andrew Haddad brings the latest in bayfront resort-style condos. Bayfront is on everybody's mind, and so if you want to live there, there's great options.
Absolutely, Joey. You know, our median price along the Suncoast is less than $300,000. So I thought for this episode, let's pack as much value as we can with condos, the resort-style amenities, and then being on the water. So you're not even going to believe it. The first one that we found is actually in Port Charlotte. You're going to see less than $100,000. Oh. Right, and this is right on. This is right on the bay. So this is fully furnished. It's a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo. It's 1,150 feet of living space, which is a great size for a 2-bedroom, 2-bath condo on the water. You're not lying. It comes fully furnished under $100,000. This is on Tarpon Bay, which is right between Inglewood and Port Charlotte. Beautiful amenities in the community. Then it also has, you know, your private dock and all the features around there to give that, you know, laid back, enjoyable waterfront style community. So I was blown away when I saw this. I was like, I mean, come on. $100,000 for a condo on the water.
Yeah, you don't think you can find waterfront.
And then one last thing on this is the fees were only $350 a month, which is really good. Next, we're looking at Inglewood. Look how beautiful this is. We got the Gulf of Mexico in the back, and we got the beautiful bay on Sarasota Quay over here. $169,900. So we're looking at a 1-bedroom, 1-bath, fully furnished condo. Look how great this looks on the inside. You know, split plan. It has it's updated. It's light. It's bright. Right in Sarasota Quay. So this could be a perfect vacation getaway. It could also be your year-round residence, or you could rent this out part-time. From a price point and value standpoint, you just can't beat it. We have the community itself is quiet. It's relaxing, and then of course we have, you know, you bring your boat. We have boat docks there where you can have all the amenities and use the kayaks and paddle boards and everything. But right on the water, I'm just still blown away by these price points.
Yes.
Great deal.
Incredible value.
Look at that.
Yeah, absolutely. So next we are going to be going to Punta Gorda. So look at this. This is Clipper Cove Village. That's a tongue twister. It's just under 275,000. Very impressive. This is a ground floor unit. You can see how great it looks like on the inside. Sailboat access to the Charlotte Harbor. Beautiful split floor plan. It's a 3 bedrooms. 2 baths, over 1,500 square feet of living area. You know, and I know this isn't completely, you know, decorated as far as, you know, granite counters and all that kind of stuff, yet look at the true value here. We're right on the water. You have a deeded boat slip. It's a gated waterfront community. Amazing views out there. And then finally, you have a private garage as well. So private deeded boat slip, private garage, you're on the water, amenitized community under $275 for a 3 bedroom, 2 bath. This is the view from your lanai, your private lanai.
You can put those upgrades in easy enough.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So anyway, I love finding these great values. Next, we are going to head up north. This is in Palmetto. Love this community. This is Laguna at Riviera Dunes. So again, I met the point. We're right under 300,000. Look at this, exceptionally renovated with impressive upgrades throughout. You're going to see a 20-inch diagonal tile throughout. Beautiful, rich cabinets and countertops and great floor plan. We're looking at 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, plus an office and den, almost 1,800 square feet under air, private balcony. This is our view. We're looking over the marina. I mean, this is priceless for this you know, this type of community, and this is a newer community as well. So very lushly landscaped and all the amenities, very highly amenitized community with a clubhouse and everything.
And a good restaurant.
Yeah, a good restaurant.
And a great location if you want to hop on the Skyway, you know.
Absolutely. Easy access to everywhere. So wanted to bring those to you. And then, of course, Joey, I can't forget the dream house. So look at this. This is so amazing. This is just on the market. This is in San Remo Estates in Sarasota. What I love about it is you're still on the mainland and you're getting those beautiful views out into the bay right there.
Wow.
Very unique. This is it has 2 full master suites plus 3 full guest suites, all with their own private terraces. When you walk in, it has this warm, rich feeling.
It's like a resort.
It's like a resort, right? They almost made a mark as far as like it's almost like a Tahoe retreat center. But beautiful, beautiful appliances and features on the inside, master suites with the master baths, incredible. 1,000 bottle wine room. Stephanie, just joking. We have a 17 audio zone smart home system, and again, we have a rooftop deck overlooking the waters, and I mean, from a location standpoint, custom executive home. I love it. This is Brandy Coffee. Keller Williams Island Life, she does a phenomenal job.
Wow, beautiful, beautiful dream home and great selection. People don't think that they can have, you know, waterfront at that price point.
We can have it all.
Wonderful. For more information about these homes and many others, you can contact Andrew at sellingthesuncoast.com. We'll be right back.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
When my youngest, Addie, was 2.5, she was diagnosed with leukemia. When we first heard that diagnosis, you feel extremely alone. Walking in that Light the Night light with 6,000 people carrying lights, white for survivors, red for supporters, gold in memory of those who have passed. It's the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's hope that every year there are fewer gold lanterns. Your lantern will make a difference.
Start a team, join a team.
Help us light the night. designers do it with style.
Tell me what's going on here.
Why, you don't like my hair?
The Mark and Mandy Show. In-depth design ideas.
What is up with the tuck tape here? Let's cover it up.
Amazing beauty and fashion tips.
So Halle Berry has amazing skin. Her secret is coffee grounds.
No.
Delicious recipes.
Today, I'm gonna show you a special dish that is sure to please that special someone in your life.
Watch the Mark and Mandy Show right here on your favorite channel.
We answered the call of duty and left our homes to serve in far-off lands. Now, we answer another call, this time at home, in our own communities, to respond in times of chaos, to use our strength, our skills, and our experiences to bring hope amid devastation and destruction. Together, as a team of brothers and sisters, we're continuing our mission to make this country a little stronger and a little better each day. We are Team Rubicon.
I don't always ask, but in this case, I'm going to. Joey, I see something on Facebook. Did you have a child that I'm unaware of?
You know, I have my Lulu, and I've had a wish list of this item I've wanted. I've wanted a front pouch carrier, and not the ordinary kind, but the kind like a baby Bjorn, where her feet can dangle through. Yes. And I finally found one, and it arrived this week. And
does she like it?
She does. She doesn't look like
she
she does,
look like
but her
it.
tail's wagging. Look at her tail.
Oh my gosh!
I take her everywhere now. I'm walking through the house. I'm vacuuming with her. I can serve food.
You know what? That's how you keep the babies from crying. You wear them, and apparently that goes for the baby dogs as well.
Will go with anything.
They keep calling her. She looks like fruit striped gum.
You're a man for admitting it. All right, we're gonna go see another man in the kitchen with Muse at the Ringling.
ABC 7 News at 7 weeknights.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score. It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
This is an ABC 7 News Update.
Dennis, here's what's coming up at the top of the hour. An update on a proposed utility rate increase in Venice. What utilities those rate increases could impact after a recent city vote. In First Alert traffic, we're seeing some backups heading both north and south on US 41 in the Sarasota area. This is right between Fruitville Road and Dr. Martin Luther King Way. Another check on the weather now with Bob.
Scott, storms are starting to gather and get closer to the center of low pressure off the Yucatan Peninsula. You can see the explosion of thunderstorms there. There's still quite a bit of shear going on, so we don't expect any development anytime soon because of the proximity to land. But once it gets into the Gulf, there's a chance it could develop into a tropical low, a possibility of a tropical depression or a low-end tropical storm as we move through time. Again, a lot of deep tropical convection well to the east of the center there, and that's all going to be headed in our direction, spelling a weekend wet forecast. Details on that at 5.
Keep up with the Suncoast. Watch your favorite ABC 7 shows on your streaming device.
Did you know you could get life insurance for less than 32 cents a day? With guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage, you can get up to $25,000 in protection with a single phone call. TrueStage can help free your family from immediate financial stress when you're gone.
Utility bills, mortgages, car payments, those are a lot of things that can add up pretty fast.
And even if you're on a fixed income, prices fit your budget, starting at less than 32 cents a day. Plus, your price will never increase and your benefit will never decrease. And with no medical tests or health questions, you cannot be turned down for any reason. Call 1-800-842-7189. Now, for a free, no-obligation quote, TrueStage offers plans to fit your budget. Help protect your family from immediate financial burdens after you're gone with guaranteed acceptance whole life insurance through TrueStage. Call 1-800-842-7189 now.
Thanks to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, what was once impossible is happening today for thousands of patients with blood cancer.
I live.
I live. I live. I live.
I live.
She lives.
Because of the research done by the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society in the battle against blood cancer.
If you had a chance to support the research that is saving lives, what would you do?
Are you you a food lover, restaurant goer, or home cook? Then check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com, your guide to the foodie lifestyle. ABC 7's own Chef Judy serves up her favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, and helpful step-by-step videos. And you'll love the restaurant guide with direct links to your favorite Suncoast eateries. Whether you're cooking in or dining out, whet your appetite with tasty tips from Chef Judy at mysuncoast.com/dining.
A decade of war has taken an unprecedented toll on our men and women in uniform.
Hundreds of thousands of our veterans are suffering from the trauma of war.
At Justice for Vets, we believe that every veteran should have the opportunity for treatment and restoration.
Get involved and go to justiceforvets.org.
Help put treatment within reach of veterans in crisis.
Veterans fought for our freedom. Now it's our turn to fight for theirs.
Coming up Thursday at 4 on Suncoast View. Remember those hot babes and bods from Baywatch? We have our own version right here on the Suncoast. The award-winning Manatee County Marine Rescue is here to teach us some water safety. Renowned fashion designer Sigrid Olsen is back to talk about her new memoir. Plus, a new college student tackles a tough race topic in a documentary. And the Siesta Key Summer House new restaurant is joining us in the kitchen.
And welcome back. We're here with Chef Fran from Muse at the Ringling, making something that I wish I could do well. It's so funny.
And he's digging right in,
Right,
Chef.
and what is the secret to a good fried chicken?
You know, I think having oil hot at home, that's really the most challenging.
Yeah.
The restaurant's a simple thing, and at home I think it's a little more challenging.
Okay.
But if you have a square-sided pan at home,
Yes.
it helps keep the oil from rocking back and forth.
Okay.
About a half-inch dip, and a candy thermometer or a fry thermometer.
What's the right temp?
Yes.
350, 375.
Okay.
And do things in batches so the temperature doesn't change.
Okay. So you're putting together a dredge, I see. What is in the dredge?
So this is the idea to make the dredge taste great is just to season with salt, pepper, some garlic powder, and chopped parsley.
That's pretty basic.
Yeah, this dish basically what we're doing is, you know, in Sarasota, we have the Nashville hot fried chicken sandwich. So we wanted to do something that to give Sarasota some credibility, right? So we went to Nokomis and got some local honey from Nokomis.
Okay.
To make the dressing for the sandwich. Because in Nashville they use honey from Brooklyn, New York.
Oh.
Right. So we want to use it from locally.
Can you tell the difference in the honey from Nokomis or like
well,
Sarasota
we see,
or
you know, this you can see this honey. I don't know if you can see that, but see the dark, Stephanie. See that dark.
Mm-hmm. It's got a darker tone to it.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
All right. So you double dredged flour, egg wash flour.
We go flour,
and
egg wash flour.
Wash?
This is egg wash and cream, or egg wash and buttermilk.
Okay.
Buttermilk.
50-50.
Oh, that's what my mother used.
And this is about 3 or 4 minutes on each side to golden brown. And it's great at home if you have an oven on a low temperature, about 250 degrees. You can hold the chicken hot while you continue to fry.
Okay. All right. So Magica TV, we fried some up.
Magica TV, this is one of those things you can eat once a week or once a month, or I used to eat them once an hour.
Look at the size of that chicken breast.
This is the monster size.
I see that.
So the fried chicken breast, and then to kind of reinforce everything,
you take
that's what we're talking about. A little more of the spiced honey.
Can never get too much alcohol.
Yeah, and the things that make this dish, like the Nashville version, other than it being fried chicken and spicy, is that there's typically always some shredded greens and some pickle. And the idea here is these are the ingredients that not just the temperature are cooling, but the flavor profile helps to balance some of that spice. So
is it bad? My mouth is absolutely watering. I'm dying.
Can I go back for just a second? It looked like you started with a thinner cut of chicken. Is that a better idea for frying?
If to cook it just on top of the stove, if it's thinner, you can cook it all the way on top of the stove. A thicker piece of chicken, by the time the breading is golden brown, you might want to finish it in the oven to get the interior cooked and still have a golden brown piece of chicken.
Okay. This is going to be done in 2.5 minutes on each side.
So this is, right, you see we're just starting to get some color
All right, ladies. I don't know how graceful you can be about it, but dig on in and enjoy. Not Nashville fried chicken, Nokomisville fried chicken sandwich from Muse at the Ringling. We are utilizing local Nokomis honey mixed in with that good fried chicken.
I've never been
All
so
right.
grateful in my life. Thank you. This is amazing.
You can try this by going to
Amazing.
Muse at the Ringling, and of course we are all about using local farm-to-table products, so look for things like local Nokomis honey and enjoy. It makes the food that much better.
Delicious.
What do you think, girls? Thumbs up?
Delicious.
Yeah? Happy?
No.
I got lots of nods. Nobody wants to talk. They're all digging in.
Not at all.
All right. Thanks, Fran. Great to see you. We'll see you at Muse at the Ringling, and it's great to see you as well. Shiva, always a pleasure.
Good to be here.
Take some time. Enjoy the Suncoast view.
Yes.